Hey, what's up guys, and welcome in today's video where I'm gonna show you 5 tech house production tips. So before starting with this tutorial, I would like to remind you that all of the samples used in this project are from our new pack Vibrate, which is a percussive tech house pack that includes one-shots, midis, loops and much more, and you can check it out from the link in the description below. So the first tip for today is less is more. So when you're producing tech house, you want to make sure to not have too many elements. So what we like to do here obviously is having one kick, one bass line, and then for drums I think it's when you can really overuse the samples. So a structure that you can start with is having one clap, one open hi-hat, a top loop in the background and a percussion loop, or you can create your own loops. So let's listen to how this sounds. And now all together. So we already have a really solid drum groove, and then you can obviously add some small fills and effects to add some variation. But with this kind of approach, you already are saving a lot of time, and this is how this whole part sound together with the kick and the bass line. Then we have saturation. So it's really important to use some saturation in your tech house track, especially on the bass line, the drums and the synths. In this case, for example, we have this drum bass on the bass line. And on the drums we have this saturator with the preset a bit warmer. It's really important to use saturation because if you don't have that many elements, saturation can really improve your harmonics and boost your sounds. So you gotta make sure to have some saturation on the main elements of your track. Then another important tip is getting a right low end mixing. To do that, here we have, for example, this kick together with the bass line. And what we did in terms of mixing here was removing the really low part of the bass line. In this way we make sure that the kick is the lowest part in the mix. Then we have some compression. In this way the bass line will sound more solid and it's gonna be easier to mix with the kick. And the final and most important thing is the sidechain, of course. In terms of gain, we always want to make sure to have the kick a bit louder than the bass line, and to do that we can just check it in the RMS level here. So yeah, in this case the kick is 2 to 3 dB louder than the bass line. Then another tip is working on your transitions. So we have an example of 2 transitions here, one from the break into the drop and another one from the drop into the breakdown. So let's start with the first one. So the first thing, as you can see here, is that we have the kick for the first half of the breakdown, and then we don't have it anymore, and you can do that for the kick, for the bassline, and also for the drums. Then we have this snare roll. So as you can see here, we did an automation of the velocity, and we have a simple uplifter. On the mastering chain, we also have used the Endless Smile. This is a reproduction of the plugin, and basically it combines filtering with the reverb, delay, some gain to create this kind of effect. Yeah, and that's it for the build-up. Now, going from the drop into the breakdown, there are various techniques, so let's have a listen. So as you can see here, before the kick drum and the bass line go into the breakdown, we have filtered the last kick and the last note. In this way, the transition will be smoother. You can do this with the whole bar if you want. Then we have this small uplifter and a downlifter. So here, if you want, you can also remove some elements of the drums. For example, let's remove this percussion loop. And then you can add it later on. The last tip that we have for today is to use reference track. There are various ways that you can use them. The first one is to copy the arrangement. So in this case, we have this track from Classmatic, and as you can see, you can really easily see where the breakdown is and where the drop is. So you can try and do the same with your track. And another way is to reference your mix. So we use this plugin, which is called Reference, and you can just easily load your track here. So you can see that in terms of loops, our track is much more quiet. So you should go here on the fab filter and increase a bit of the gain. So yeah, that's basically 5 tips you need to know if you produce tech house. Don't forget to check out our sample pack Vibrate from the link in the description. Also, let us know what tutorial would you like to see next, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.